and welcome back once again to another episode of Joey's Experimental Kitchen. Last week, as you may recall, we were discussing the delicious, nutritious food called beans. So today I'm going to present another bean recipe. As I said, beans are so versatile they can be used in appetizers, salads, entrees, and desserts. So this is kind of a hearty meal soup called minestrone. You've probably all heard of minestrone, but maybe did not realize what a super easy and nutritious full meal soup it is. So I always start my soups by sauteing in olive oil through a lot of vegetables. My golden rule is a colorful meal is a healthy meal, so I always try to include as many different vegetables as I have in almost every recipe. So we're going to start this recipe by putting about a quarter cup of olive oil into the bottom of the pan. Now then we're going to first saute our basic vegetables in the olive oil until they were just golden brown but not quite burnt. I'm putting some onions, some carrots, some celery, a little bit of red peppers, whatever vegetables you have in the kitchen. So we're going to saute these vegetables. Oh, this is some leftover Tuscan beans. We're going to saute these vegetables until they're just not quite brown. That's called, but they're starting to get a little bit of brown around the edges. This is what will give any soup that you make a most delicious and well-blended flavor. Now once your vegetables are nicely browned, you can add a little bit of garlic. You never want to add your garlic too early because it can easily burn as it cooks much, much faster than any of those other vegetables. But adding it at this point will saturate the oil and the other vegetables with that nice garlic flavor. So, after that, before they start to burn, you'll want to add 1 or 2 cups of finely diced tomatoes. You can use your own home canned tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, or even regular canned tomatoes. So that's what I have here in this cup. About 2 cups. Pour that in. And then we're going to add approximately an equal amount of chicken broth, beef broth, tomatoes, juice, or just ordinary water. So you'll have about, approximately up to 2 quarts of soup. Now this is another versatile recipe, so you can really add as much or as little water as you like. So here you can see soup. Now, bring that to a slow boil. You don't want it to boil so vigorously that it will boil over. And then add some fresh chopped herbs. I've got the celery tops here. The green leaves are a nice extra celery flavor, so don't throw those away. And a little bit of dried Italian seasoning. I'm adding it a little more toward the end so that it doesn't cause my soup to be bitter or too strong. I'll add a little bit of black pepper. And again, this is all to your family's taste. You know what your family likes best, better than I. Also, for a little splash of acidity and sweetness, I have balsamic vinegar. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in there. Now, once that's going to a good, nice simmer, we're going to add approximately 1 cup of pre-cooked and drained beans. Remember, as I said last week, it's important to rinse and drain your beans so that you can eliminate a lot of the gaseousness. Beans. And lastly, in order to give this soup a nice texture in your mouth, and to make it a full complement of protein with the protein and starch, we're going to add some pasta. Today I'm using some whole wheat pasta. You can either have pre-cooked pasta, depending on how much of a hurry you're in, or you can even put the dry pasta in your soup. At any rate, you'll want to keep that pasta simmering until it's definitely tender and ready to eat. So you only want to add about no more than a cup, I would say. If you add too much, you'll end up not with soup, but with a thicker, hearty pasta and bean dish, which is also tasty. So there you have it. Easy, delicious, and colorful minestrone soup. Bon appetit. And we'll see you next time on Joey's Experimental Kitchen.